What's up, Dragon Ball fam? Give me a second. Make sure everything's set up perfectly, and we can start it. 2 seconds. Discord is good. I gotta get the Twitch going. All right, make sure it's on mute. Get the pop-out chat out here for you boys and girls, so you can talk to me. We get the pop-out chat. Click it really quick. Make sure it looks good. It's 11. I'm gonna take a scoop of this ice cream real quick because I am super tired. I need some sugar to keep me up. Looks like my screen is black again. I don't know what's going on with the display. Window. It should be Discord. Looks like my screen is black again. I don't know what's going on with the display. Alright, hold on. Do I have to share my stuff again? No, share screen maybe? Share screen. Hopefully that helps. I don't know what's up with OBS. Display capture. Why is it off? Oh, okay. That's why it was off. Alright, so we're good. It's on now. That's weird. I don't know why it's off. So make sure it looks good on my end. Alright, cool. We are good to go. So let me get the pop-out chat for you guys, and we can get everything going. Make sure this is muted. Muted. Alright, perfect. Alright, so also Dragon Ball fam. It's your boy Eddie Sandler coming at you live today with another Team Full Team Toss. Right? My boy Juhal's usually with me, but he's on his flight back home right now. He got destroyed. Yeah. What's up, Trey? Looking forward to seeing you pretty soon in Florida, my guy. It's gonna be really, really fun format. So this one, right? It is 11 o'clock. I'm gonna try to do this within the hour. I'm gonna give you guys a breakdown really quick on Kansas City regionals because I was there and I can actually talk about it. And let's talk about what went wrong, right? And what we can expect for San Diego Regional. So for the Kansas City Regionals, it was top 4 players played it out, 43 players, I believe it was, and this was the top 8 decks. So the most represented deck in the entire room was Sin. So it's not a surprise that Sin Red set 18 Sin. So it's not a surprise that Red set 18 Sin took up the most slots in the top 8 bracket. The next couple of decks were just 2 set 18 Gojitas. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Then there were 2 Gammas. Other than that, it's a bunch of 1-0s, right? It was, shout out to the winner. He won with Reboot Goku. Reboot SS3, Son Goku. Third place is Reboot Cell, the starter deck. Then we got King Cole. Then we got Launch. Then we have a skillless set 13 Gohan, the blue one. And then we have my aggro Trunks build, right? Alright. Let's get into it. First place, shout out to him. He bought blue. He beat his red opponent. He was a better player. I don't think blue really stands a chance against Sin or Gogeta. But shout out to the winner, like I said once again. He was a better player and he demolished his opponents, including myself. He smacked me around a lot. I give it free dubs, B. Really, really good player. It's the list we're going over. Shout out to Eggman. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna go over his list because Eggman did it perfect. He has a deck profile on this, so just go check out his channel, and the champion himself, and actually describe his deck. It'll come way better from him than it is coming from me. Moving on to this is my deck list. Actually, I got second place at the event. Yeah, the only thing I can tell you guys is cards that you should be putting in your Z deck is going to be the SSB surmounting Vegeta. So people do not lock you at Awakening. Not Awakening, but like at 4 life and lock you out of your Frieza's armor reinforcements. Because that was one mistake I didn't do. I didn't ask you how to bring it over. I just thought he was gonna have it on him, and he didn't have it, so I was kind of stuck without playing it. Yeah, this is the deck list. I'm not gonna go into this either because I have a damn near super long video describing every single thing you need to do and why I think this deck is the best deck in the format. Moving on, we have the moving on. We have third place, the Reboot Cell Starter deck. This man won his last round. He's winning in round, right? Against Set 18 Sin. Really, really interesting. He's against his buddy. Really cool guy. Shout out to him for bringing Cell back, I guess, because Cell's been gone for a minute. Standard list. I'm trying to see if I see anything crazy. He does have the new Goku card, the one that destroys barriers. I believe your opponent has to have 3 or more energy. Other than that, it's pretty much the standard Cell deck. So huge shout out to him for coming in clutch with this deck, and obviously the updated Z deck. Then we have the fourth place guy. This was a red set 18 Sin Shinron. So this deck was pretty solid. He did his thing. He finished second in Swiss, and yeah, this is it. So this is the highest placing the Sin deck for the day in that tournament itself. Really, I wouldn't say like I'm not gonna say bad list because obviously he did well on it. Really teched out list. The Deluge was something to give extra combo power. It's pretty much a super combo that doesn't draw you a card. I'm not sure when he played the Frieza's Death Embrace, but I'm guessing he did it on his kill turns where he just instead of playing the other dragons, which I see he's not playing all of them. So instead of pretty much playing other dragons, which is draw a card, he's going to draw a card with Frieza's Death Embrace. And I'm guessing his logic goes, okay, cool. As long as this card's still in play, if I was swinging with a triple strike because you have 3 left, or I'm swinging with a double strike because you have 2 left, if I have excess energy, I can just tap my red energy in and continuously neg your leader by 10k, if I'm not mistaken, because I'm pretty sure that thing does leader as well as battle cards. So, yeah, this is the list, man. Very straightforward. This is one variant of it. The one thing you're gonna notice throughout this format, Sin is going to take a lot of shape, form, sizes, and all that good stuff. So let's go on to the next. So that was the top 4 decks, right? So the next one is going to be another Sin. This Sin deck was very similar. This is Eggman's list. Okay, this is Eggman's list. He just missed out. I believe he played the 4th place guy last round. So whoever won between them two are gonna get in. So he shout out to him too. He also bought the same thing. Yeah, he has it more straightforward with the actual Sin package versus the previous person, which had the kind of I guess very teched out Sin deck as I would say. Just looking at both lists. Yeah. I like red yellow. I think red yellow is the play. But then we're gonna talk about it later on why I think it's even better than red yellow. All right, guys, the deck. This, in my opinion, is the best deck in the format right here. Not lying to you guys. It's gonna be Gogeta. So Gogeta didn't have a really solid showing, but I don't think it's because the deck itself isn't good. I believe Sin is just easier to play. So a lot more players gravitate towards Sin because it's easier to play a deck where if you win a die roll, you're threatening with a double strike crit on on your turn 2. Really solid. Gogeta doesn't have that ability, but Gogeta is in my opinion more impressive because it doesn't matter how many cards you give them. It's going to be a time and point where if they're not able to stop your key turns, it's going to be game over. Point blank period. There's nothing you can do to stop it. All right now I'm gonna try to do my best to just stick to the deck list, and at the end I'm gonna give my explanation and thoughts of where I think these decks should take place. But I 100% believe this is the best deck in the format. Let's go to the hands down. Then we have another Sin deck. Shout out to the Sin players. I'm gonna start breezing through the Sin decks because the Sin decks, a lot of them were the very basic decks, but the ones that actually stand out are the ones that I actually have on this one. So this one is a red-blue variant. Really good. Really spiced out, teched out, solid. Because literally, if you're in a mirror match, you're thinking, okay, cool, it's going to be a willy-nilly mirror match, right? Until you charge this is red, blue, the check line, the Frieza's Mecha Army, Frieza's Blight or something. The one that if you have a red, blue energy in your energy, if you charge another one, it comes in active mode. Really, really good. Has access to being to extend displays and access to cooler on defense. Really, really solid. A lot of ability to neg your opponent's battle cards, especially with the unison play and the option that he plays in the main board. We have this deck. I believe this is Juha's deck profile. Yeah, this is Juha's deck. So yeah, here it is. It's red yellow. Um, he started off with mono red. He's gonna swap into red yellow. I can already see what he should have done for his main board. Yeah, if I was him, I could tell you right now, he's probably gonna tell you, yeah, damn, Eddie was right from the last team talks. Take out the unison package, so he probably swap out the unison package, which includes the 4 unisons, the new ruler, and the 1, 2, 3 Yamcha contemplates for his red yellow package to come in. I could already see he's gonna do that all for him. Okay, the next blue deck that was on here. I actually played this player. She was super solid. I think her name was Payne. Shout out to her. I think this was her first regional. It was a winning in between her and I. I went. Thank God I went first because she started the BMS. But the thing about my version, I don't really lose to BMS because I play Bulma and I'll just search my one drops. And the thing about me, a lot of times when I do play my one drops, you'll see my deck profile. I don't really play a Trunks to go search for Vegeta. I don't really play a Vegeta to go search Trunks, right? I just play it to draw a card and I'll use Bulma to search and draw another card. Point blank period. That's just sometimes how I play. And it's my style. But really, really solid that she was able to take Gamma and actually do very solid because this is her first actual regional event. And she was able to get top 8. So shout out to her. Huge congratulations. Next deck we have, we're not going to go to specific decks. We're not going to go through the multiple sands that are talking. We're going to go through only unique decks now. We have Launch. So Launch was something I was scared that people were going to jump onto because of the I guess the notion that next set, not next core set, but like in 2 weeks, we're going to get that shield from, which is going to be absolutely insane. So I could already see a surge of maybe coolers, launch 100% guaranteed. You're going to see that and some other shenanigans that we're going to talk about later on in this actual video. Next kind of deck we have is the set 13 blue skillless Gohan. The thing that stood out to me the most in this deck was that he was able to fare this well without having the TPs because that's the thing that caught me off guard the most. The deck was solid in my opinion. To me, this is a Dark Broly that swung for 20k instead of 30k and also had access to God Ceiling. Really, really solid deck. I was just surprised, honestly, that he was able to do this well without the TPs because the TPs is kind of really good. And making, I believe, the last one we're going to cover today is going to be King Cole. I played this King Cole player. Really, really solid player. Yeah, Slug got him. You see my deck profile. Slug got a lot of people. Yeah. He outed the first slug with the 5-drop. No, he outed the first slug, so I was able to go all the way to the chain. He popped it, my 1-drop. Then he outed the actual 3-drop slug with this 5-drop. And then when I was going to go for I just slammed another slug and just kept going. And he didn't rip it negate, unfortunately for him. So, and I ended up proceeding to win that one. All right, so that was the deck profiles, right? So now is going to be you and I time. Questions, answers, and concerns. Let's go. Why is no one playing the best red? Why is no one playing the best secret for Red Sin? What's the best secret for Red Sin? It has to be. It's literally. It has to be. What's his face? It has to be Vegeta for both. For both decks, guys. If you're playing Gogeta, I'll just get straight into it, right? If you're playing Gogeta, don't play Vegito Secret. Vegito Secret is a good secret. I'm not saying it's bad. But specifically, Vegeta does something that you cannot really substitute out, which is if you're ahead, you're just going to continue being ahead and just destroy people. If you're behind, it's a clean reset button and you just click like a Xeno button. You just reset the entire game and you create a life. It's really, really good. Do me a solid. Play the Vegeta Secret, guys. Point blank period. We will pick up where we left off last week. I told you guys multiple times. I said, don't play the Unison and Sin. Kept saying it. You guys agree with Juha. Juha said that by the end of the tournament, he was going to say this is the best deck in his card. If you looked at his deck profile, he told you. He started out every game. I already saw it coming. He didn't want to listen. And a lot of you guys didn't want to listen. But it's cool because we're cool. That's why we're here to just share thoughts. it's good. The unison is good, but it's good coming out of the sideboard because in the mirror match, you don't know who's gonna go first until after you sideboard. So you're not gonna play. You're not gonna play point blank clear regardless because in the mirror match it's gonna get cleared. A lot of decks is gonna get cleared. There's a lot. This is what I was trying to tell you guys last week. There's a lot more things you can do versus play that. Now, if you're going to get the slower matchup like blue, sure, go ahead. By all means, play your unison, play their crown, and do what you gotta do. But when it comes to the actual meta, in my opinion, the top two decks are Sin and Gogeta. You're not playing unison so those matchups, man. You're just going head to head, trying to survive and clear their board. Yeah, I'm waiting on Trey. Trey says, why is no one playing the best secret for Red Sin? The best secret for Red Sin people are playing. The best secret for Red Sin is 100% Vegeta. 100% Vegeta. Alright. I'm so confused with your trunks list. Explain. Andrew, talk to me. What are you confused about? The video's gonna come out, but I can give you a sneak peek inside my mind. Talk to me. What are you confused about? And how to explain to me how to play Piccolo superhero correctly. I love that deck. I really do. But I feel like once again, that deck is just missing pieces. Like when I say missing pieces, it's a really, really good deck. But at the end of the day, I want a Z leader. If I had a Z leader, I'd find a way to make that deck good. That deck is really, really solid. That deck honestly would probably be my deck of choice, or even over Trunks, only because your turn pretty much won. You could play that. It's not Bulma, the other one, the little chick. Is it Bulla? I think her name is. It's not Pan. It's Bulla. I think her name is. You'll play the Bulla, and she's a four. She has 4 markers, meaning starting from your turn 1 after you swing, you already have access to Reach from Evil, which is huge in this format. Because if you have access to Reach from Evil, Sin swings at you, hint, hint, boom, guess what? It's a single strike. Ready for this? Ready to get your mind blown, guys? Piccolo superhero, if it was complete, not even complete. If I had a Z leader and I'm able to play my Pan, stop. Is it Pan? I want to say it's Pan or Bulla. I don't know. You guys correct me. Is it Pan or Bulla? When you ever play your unison, I forgot what character's on it. It has 4 markers on it. When Gogeta swings at you the first turn, guess what happens? Boom! You release from evil. That Vegeta or Goku they played in Wrestling, now it's gonna go to the drop because you can't combo off because it's a blank card. It's a pan unison. Thank you, Gabe. Thank you. It's a pan unison. 100% Piccolo would have been my yellow deck of choice. But behind Piccolo, if it had a Z leader, it would have been Trunks. And then behind that, it would have been the reboot starter deck. The only reason why that went up on my list again is because of the champ packs. That deck is straight. I don't want to be mean. I'm very direct, guys. When I say something, don't get offended. I'm just very, very direct, right? I think that reboot starter deck Goku is straight trash. I'm not gonna lie to you. Compared to what the reason why I say I'm not trying to hate, it's just when I compare it to what other decks can do. That's why, as much as I love black, like playing like black decks, I don't even play because right now, in my opinion, they're straight trash. There's no interaction. Like you're playing it just to sign a matchup to your opponents. They give them the free win. The same thing I can say about green because the way red is so dominant, your best card is a free floodgate with dormant. You're not even able to do it for free. You now have to leave an energy open in order to not get counterplay. You see what I'm saying? Like those two colors, I think, are just null and void this format itself. But let me get back to some of the comments. My bad. Yeah, Andrew, talk to me about what are you confused about on the list? Because the list will probably be out in 2 days. It's really, really in depth. Butters, thoughts on bestseller? It's Gogeta, bro. It's hands down Gogeta. You're not able to answer it. It's hands down Gogeta. We have Rebel, Cayman, Andrew Bowen. Your boss card is Beat Face, and then they died to me along. Yes or no? It depends. It really depends. A lot of players were at the event. They were just surrounded around me. Like, Eddie, bro, stop lying to me. Let me see 6-0. I can't 6-0 you. I can't 6-0 you. I did it when everyone was watching just to show you guys this is what I'm talking about. But I don't always need to do it. Like, I can just play the game. If you're playing a red deck, at no time and point are you safe. Like, I can stall you or I can just straight aggress you. The only problem it would have with that current build is against blue decks and technically green decks as well. I literally tailored that deck to beat yellow and to beat red because I thought those were the two colors in the room, which is my bad, and I got punished for it in the finals. Um, Sin can't play the secret rare celebrations. Yeah. That's what I told you. It's 100% Gogeta, bro. Like Gogeta's the best deck in the format, bro. Like hands down. I wouldn't lie to you. It's 100% the best deck in the format. Which is why I played Trunks because Trunks counteracts both of the top two decks in the format, which is Sin and Gogeta itself. Um, you guys are gonna laugh if I tell you this. Yesterday, I don't think I. Oolong is a great card, right? It's a great card. The threat of Oolong, your opponent just doesn't let you even do it, bro. Like I could have done it multiple times, but I just had different routes. Like Trunks, it's so very unexplored in my opinion. A lot of players just look at the best cards and say, okay, cool. Just because it's a great card, I'm gonna throw it in this deck. It's just gonna have natural synergy, right? Another example I'm gonna give you guys. I'm trying to give you guys free help. A very popular card that people love right now. It's that Goten. I think it's a Goten TP. Okay, cool. Why do you want to play a Goten TP? I'll tell you why, Eddie. Because I'm gonna tap one and Gogeta. I'm gonna swing with it. Or I tap one. I think it draws a card. I'm gonna swing with it. If I'm not mistaken, it's gonna be double strike and all this cool stuff. But you're gonna have to tap another energy. Now I'm gonna combo it off. And I look when Juha told me that. Let me not say this. When people tell me that, I look at them and say, "That's what you want to do for two energy in the best deck in the format." I said that's not gonna. It's not gonna bode well. Like it's there's gonna be a certain time and point in a round where skill is like the levels of skill is gonna start to just compile on itself. That if that's your best play for that turn, it's not gonna bode well. And it's gonna be a heavy left turn to where you actually want it to do. Let me get back to some of the comments. Sin can't play. Yep. PyCon and Celebration is only no, you don't, bro. Gogeta is. I'll be honest. It's Gogeta, bro. Pan too. Pan is hard. It's all the red decks. It's literally Gogeta, Sin, and Pan. Gogeta, Sin, and Pan. Gogeta, Sin, and Pan. Gogeta, Sin, and Pan. I'm not lying to you guys. It's Gogeta. I don't even touch Yellow and Celebration. I just say Gogeta, Sin, and Pan. Gogeta, Sin, and Pan. I'm gonna leave it just like that. Um, take it how you want it. Just Gogeta, Sin, and Pan. Hands down. Since you got nice ripping, Oolong feels like one of those cards where the threat of it is better than the card itself. Yes, it is. Yes and no. Yes, it is. The threat of it is bigger than itself, but when it's actually in play, it's in play. Like you're not stopping it. A lot of players, I think Juha was trying to tell him like, yeah, there's no way to stop it. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna have you use this, and he's just gonna Yamcha. I'm like, bro, why am I just gonna blindlessly walk into a Yamcha, or am I gonna blindlessly walk into Sunday when you have one energy up? The 6-0 play, people saw it in real life too, because they were just Eddie's full of crap. All this did happen multiple times. I want to say the only time people didn't get 6-0, I didn't do it against blue. I can't do it against blue. You're not able to do a 6-0 against blue. But all the red decks are going to get 6-0. All the yellow decks are going to get 6-0. Um, what else is it? Green. Green is super easy. Green is the easiest one. Black, actually, I like black is the easiest one, but we don't play black. And green wasn't at the event. But if you're a deck and you're not blue, you're susceptible to being 6-0, and it's not fun like at all because the lock. I'll just you guys will see in the deck profile. The lock is insane. It's busted. And I expect some cards to get banned because if it stands the way it is, like broski, like you can have energy open, you can have all this, you can know what's gonna happen, and it's just game. Like yesterday, the only loss that Juha had in the weekend was literally to me, and he played me multiple times, and it got to the point where I'm like, bro, you want me to pass, or you just want me to do it to you right now? Give him an extra turn because like no matter what happens, once I have the combo, there's nothing for you to do to stop it. Why does Ben have such a bad philosophy with bad cards? I don't know. That's a great question because I look at him. I'm like, bro, whoever made this set must have been red heavy lover because red is the only color that got absolutely bonker cards. The only reason why I think Trunks is up there is because Trunks counteracts the best. I didn't say Trunks the best deck. I said Trunks was the best deck to counteract the top two decks, which are Sin and Gogeta. Let me say it in the correct order. Gogeta, the best deck in the format, then Sin is the second best deck in the format. Trunks straight counters those. Trunks builds a wall. I'm gonna tell you the problem with both decks. I'll just tell you right now. The problem with Sin is Sin has super early aggression. Sin, if you're able to control that aggression, number one, if you're playing against Sin, don't tap out turn one, especially if you lost to Dairo. Do not tap out turn one if you lost to Dairo, bro. You're asking to start at 6 life, and you're not gonna see those cards ahead. Do not tap out turn one. Sin, if you're able to control the early aggression, you'll be safe because all Sin does is okay, spam 20k, double strike, go. 30k, triple strike, go. And then they look at you because you have no cards in your hand because you see that you're out confident, you burn your hand, or you took your life. So now you lost two, so you're at 6, and you lost 3, then you're at 3, and it's like, well, everything now is just free game. If you take 2 cards, they don't care because their damage is already done. Once you're able to build a wall and not let any of that stuff go through, like me, I just look at him. Okay, cool. Pick your poison. I can lose a die though. Okay, you have your guy. Wow, I know it's coming. You swing, release from evil. That's it. Like I'll take the 1 life. Cool. Pass. Are you going to swing with leader? I'll take the other life. Cool. My turn. Do my play, and it continue going for it. It's stuff like that. Like you can stop these plays. That's why I tell you, Sin is not the best. You can stop what Sin wants to do. You're not able to stop what Gogeta wants to do. But Gogeta, I'm not gonna. I might play it at San Diego. That's why if I go to San Diego, it's 100% what I'm going to play. I just don't know if I'm going yet. I don't want to really go down the ladder. But what I will tell you is you're not able to stop what Gogeta wants to do. You can delay what Gogeta wants to do, but even within you delaying what they want to do, they could delay it right back because a lot of people don't realize that the best I can describe Gogeta, in my opinion, I was messaging Legends earlier. I said this is the deck that resembles Invoker and Osumi because you can put them to where you want them and just play a defensive game until it's like, okay, cool, it's time to die, and you have no interaction. Like, remember when you're back in the day when he was playing Invoker and Mech was going crazy, I was playing Dark Bro, all those things were going crazy. Once you're at 4 life, it doesn't matter what you did. Once he had his combo, it was just game because those 4 life was going to be instantly gone. That's the kind of stuff that Gogeta could do to you, which Sin cannot do to you. Because I'm telling you right now, if you're able to survive, if you know, just you have to understand what Sin can do. Don't just look, okay, cool, yeah, I'm gonna try to combo this. No, like understand how you can stop certain things. And once you have that knowledge and concept, it's like, okay, cool. Sin will literally time itself out because Sin runs out of battle cards super fast. Especially if you saw those early aggression hits. If you make Sin combo cards from their hand, they combo battle cards that they need. Sin doesn't have that many battle cards. They have two 15Ks, the crit guy and the draw one guy. They probably even assume the draw one guy because they're gonna use that guy as like an infinite combo power guy if they're smart. If they're not, they're just gonna try to swing recklessly, and you're still not gonna take that damage. They have the double strike guy, which is 20k, and they have the triple strike guy. They have those, realistically speaking, two threats. The 15ks, if you're not able to stop 15ks nowadays, that's on you, broski. But once you get rid of the double striker and the triple striker, and you only have to face a 15ks, which they're probably gonna combo away because they're trying to like save their life, stay at high life, you're gonna win. Because all you gotta do now is just focus on the Z leader. I mean their Z deck. And their Z deck, their real threat in their Z deck is just a rush attack. Don't defend your life if you're at 4. Like if it's gonna be a single strike and it's a heavy single strike against a red carry, this is a free chicken. This is, if you guys don't listen to anything, listen to me on this. If you're at 4 life and your opponent is swinging to you, and it's not like, okay, cool, it's a 15 15. I can see if y'all come at 15 15. But let's say it's a 20, 25, anything at 20 or higher, right? Take the life, though. Just take the life. Because they're literally you're gonna out combo it, and they're literally gonna play Defender of Life and bring you down to 3, and you just lost a card for no reason. Stuff like that, like once people realize that red, it's OP, but once you realize everything that red can and cannot do, that's why I tell you, I believe Trunks is the absolute wall against both those decks. My bad. I kind of ignored the comments. Let me go back. All right. I know you don't think green. So I didn't say I don't think green is great that format. I think green. I love that Go Tank deck, right? The problem with green is green will always struggle if red is the best deck in the format. And right now, the two best decks are red. The best deck is Gogeta. The second best deck is Sin. That means when you have your unison out, it's irrelevant because number one, charismatic is gonna be whatever. It's like, okay, cool. Charismatic, the way both decks function, it's not gonna really resolve anything. Like, okay, you played it, that's it. Your dormant is dead. You're gonna have to pay energy for your dormant because if you don't, they're gonna hit you with that this is a Vegeta. If the SPR is on with him in the pod, they're gonna hit you with it. And now you're gonna super nag. You see what I'm saying? And to top it off, even if they don't hit you with that, you're not even able to dorm it correctly. Because if they swing with a triple strike, are you really gonna dorm it the first strike on a triple strike? No, you're not. You're gonna have to use homicidal clones. And when you use homicidal clones, they're just gonna take it off the board. So you traded a triple strike for a single strike. You see what I'm saying? So now on the next swing, when it's something like a single or whatever it is, now you're gonna try to dormant, and now they take away your dormant because you try to use your dormant for free. So now it's like, well, damn, I can't even negate it anymore because he just negated my counter. So now you have to out combo this. It just keeps adding up. Like green is not bad at all, but green could never really succeed in a format where red is just everywhere. Like it's rough, man. Because red it literally counters green, broski, and a lot of the green cards too. Like you guys struggle against just negging because like all the indestructible guys, the cell evals, it's really good. But when it comes to like minusing numbers, which Sin does proficiently, it's game over for that. So the 6-0 combo is in your deck. Yeah, it looks simple. You guys probably even see it. You guys are probably thinking it's Mira, it's Oolong. It's way simpler than that. It's way simpler than that. The thing, you guys are gonna laugh too, but I'm not gonna ruin the surprise. You guys will see it. I have to get a proper look and see if I can work it out. It's a weird ruling I need to know first. It's not a ruling. It's just a setup. Like I will never not tell you the cards that I have just to keep it for me. I won't tell you my sequence because my sequence is what makes it happen. But I'll tell you what's part of it. I always tell my cards. I don't care. It's the leader. It's the secret rare. It's the Mira. It's the Oolong, and it's the Trunks. I'm not gonna tell you exactly the pop, 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 pop. But those cards, once I have access to those cards, it's a wrap, bro. The Trunks already have access to. I'm gonna evolve it turn two. The leader is already there. All I need, I play two mirrors. I sometimes not even the thing is so powerful. Sometimes I don't even need cooler because you guys will see when I explain it. Cooler, it's cool, but cooler is just icing on the cake. Green versus yellow. Trump Green goes to oh no, I release from evil your guy. Like I'll just take the hit, release from evil it. Okay, cool. Your guy's stunned. Destroy it next turn. I don't care. Like if I destroy it next turn, I have to reread what thing he does. I'm not sure if you can even add those cards back with Slug. But even if you are able to add those cards back with Slug, if you evolve on the next turn, you can't draw your cards because when you do your little play with your Unison Fusion and your little Fusion Ha, to draw those two cards and then you draw another one off your Unison, you don't draw none of that stuff because Slug's on board. So it's like, okay, cool. You just hella neg because you're going to tap two to throw away two cards and whatever you just play is going to come in rested because Trunks is in play. And I'm going to do the same exact thing when I swing with Vegeta and pop it. It's going to be rough for you, broski. Like super, super rough. So that's what I think about green Gotenks against yellow Trunks. But that's another reason too why I know it sounds like I downplay the other yellow decks, but honestly speaking, it's just because the Trunks deck is just powerful, bro. That yellow specific Trunks having barrier, blocker, and can rest something. That's the reason why it's not that the other yellow decks are bad. I just when I say it's not playable, I compare it to what is available. So if I'm looking at Sin and Gogeta, and you're asking me about freaking like U7 or Pan, I'm gonna say you can do it. It's good, but like, why are you trying to play those cards when you could just play Sin or Gogeta? If you're asking me about, hey man, like, I don't know, like, hey man, how do you feel about Starter Goku? I'm gonna recommend you play Trunks. I'm like, bro, Starter Goku it's a solid deck. That new champ pack, it's a solid card, bro. It's a solid card. And I'm telling you right now, it's not just a mirror match. Number one, there's no yellow deck that can beat Trunks because if you're playing that Starter Goku, your boom is a 1K. Yes, you can a plus. I think it's a plus two. I could just play a Vegeta or play a Trunks and bring the other one out, swing, swing, and swing with leader, and that thing is dead. And if you manage to block one or whatever it is, all right, cool. It doesn't matter. I can evolve and swing again. Oh, you blocked that one, evolve the other one. But Vegeta, whatever you blocked with, and just popped it. Like it's your Unison's not gonna stay on board. The Unison is the name of the game. But that's the reason why I would play that. If Trunks wasn't here, the two decks I was looking into would be Piccolo, number one. I just need a Z leader. That's all it's missing. It's just a Z leader, in my opinion. I can make that deck work. It's just a Z leader because it's way better than the starter Goku. But the starter Goku Champ Pack changed my whole opinion on that card because the starter Goku Champ Pack card is completely and utterly insane. So that actually skyrocketed behind my yellow chunks. But I still wouldn't say it's better than yellow chunks. Let's see. Yeah, and crit also hurts the green matchup. But I think right now your best green deck is literally green gold tanks. Green gold tanks is a really fun. I'm not saying it's trash. I'm just saying as a really rough matchup against the two best decks, which are it's red, man. I'm sorry, I don't know how else to say it. I'm sure it was just Sin was cheaper and Gogeta. I don't think like a lot of people are talking about the price. Honestly speaking, I just think people. I'm not gonna lie, we're being lazy. It's like me too. Like I can play starter deck, the starter deck yellow. I can do that, but I'm just lazy. I'm like, why would I try so hard to be successful with that starter deck? I can just play Trunks, bro. Like, okay, you have a Unison, which is good. I'm trying to run it right. You can search your guy. Your first thing is probably gonna be an option because you're not gonna try to awaken, and your Bulma's not gonna be alive until you're on your backside, the leader backside. So you probably play your Bulma, the Unison turn 2. So all the stuff your opponent is doing, if you're going first, if and you play Trunks, no other yellow deck can get that much advantage. Because if you're going first and you're playing Trunks, you're off rip going to have a 19k barrier blocker rest the first thing you play against all the entire field. There's nothing in the world that yellow can do that can match Trunks going first, even if they go first. I'm just that's not bias. That's facts. Like it is what it is. The next best thing you can possibly say is probably the Piccolo leader, the new superhero Piccolo. But I'm telling you, like that deck, in my opinion, has the ability to surpass Trunks and as well as the starter Goku. The only reason, once again, the starter Goku went up on my map is just because of that Champ Pack card. That Champ Pack card is absolutely insane. It's a board wipe. The only time you're not able to successfully play that card is against blue with God Sealing. Because that card says, okay, against red, you negate. Yes, it has no protection, but it doesn't matter. Once it's played, you board wipe everything. Blue will God Sealing it. Green charismatic, it doesn't matter. Yellow rested, it doesn't matter. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, that's the only thing I was stopping is against blue. So that did pull it up some. I just have to see what Piccolo will get next format or next set. Hopefully, they get something good. Let's see what else we got. U7. Yeah, U7. The best way I can describe it, it's like, bro, why would you play U7 when you can play Sin? Because Sin is, in my opinion, is what U7 is. Is what U7 is trying to do, right? Your double strike and or 17 is now a double strike crit with the Sin with the one you pay one for. Your dual attack with your Frieza and U7 is now into the 15Ks because you swing for 15, you neg it, and you neg something else that's on your opponent's board. They come back into play and you swing again. So it's like U7 is good. I can see U7 doing well. I'm not saying the deck is bad. I'm just saying you have an easier way to play in Sin. Because that's like the most similar playstyle that to U7 I can possibly is compared to. It's not similar to Gogeta in any point or fashion, but it's very very similar to Sen. Very very similar. These two new decks are better. Yeah, exactly. The two new decks are just outshine them. I got to wait for deck profile. Poor King Cole gets a champ pack card, and absolutely, I'm done. Um, Sin players didn't need to find any SCR Gogeta players did. I think the bigger reason why we didn't see as many Gogeta. Yeah, the biggest thing I'll tell you, the Gogeta players, stop playing Vegito. Stop playing, bro. Vegeta, SSB Vegeta, it's called Unbridled Power, is the best red secret in the game. Stop playing the Vegeta. Eddie, you're tripping, bro. On turn 4, I can see their hand. Not only can I see their hand, I'm going to know exactly what to do so I can drop my 8-shot Gogeta. Bro, play Vegeta Secret. Trust me, every person at the event that literally were playing said it. Yo, the ones that are playing Gogeta, you're like, you're right. I should have played Vegeta. I'm like, bro, I know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Vegeta is a powerful card, but it doesn't compare to. It's like you're trying to play U7 when you have access to Sin. If the Vegeta wasn't available, like if it's Zenkai format or something, okay, cool. Yeah, you're stuck with that. You gotta play that. But the fact that you have the unbridled power available to you, dude, like it costs energy for a reason. You will pay for energy with that without having a second thought for a reason. That's how powerful it is, man. How do you feel about the Gohan Pan combo? Really, really good, but it needs more. Trust me, bro. I that Piccolo deck is in my back pocket, bro. Like it's there. It's just missing even though you can add some more battle cards to it, if you just gave me a Z leader, I'd run it as is and just go ham. My thing is, I don't want to deal with having a 15k leader when all of these new decks could just 50, 50, 50, 50. Oh, snap. Guess what? When I'm trying to do the same thing, you Z evolve to a 20k leader. Like, that's a neg. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to play fair like that. And I think Piccolo is playing fair when it does that because, yes, you're going to say, Eddie, you have an activate battle that does this. And the way to read Piccolo for people who don't understand how I'm saying it, I'll just pull it up really quick. Piccolo. Let me see. This is the proper way to read Piccolo. A lot of people read Piccolo and they don't like him because of they think he's bad. They think you just have, oh my god, I can't even spell my name. That's how tired I am. How do you spell my name? EDO. Alright, there we go. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Probably don't even know my password right now. Please get it right in the first try. Alright, perfect. So let's just go to deck builder. Next. Choose leader. I'm gonna show you the proper way to read Piccolo. If you're playing it correctly. That's probably why. If you're not playing it correctly, you're gonna think the deck is super bad. But once again, I'm gonna show you the proper way to read Piccolo. Oh man, I probably passed it multiple times. Oh, here we go. Piccolo. Cool. Ready for this? Tap one yellow energy. Play one card from your hand. When this card attacks, look at the top 5 cards from the top of your deck and add one yellow card among them to your hand. Shuffle your deck. That's literally what the leader says. It doesn't say discard. It says tap one yellow. When you attack, right? You tap one yellow energy to play a yellow battle card. And then you look at the top 5 cards of your deck to add any super combo, any secret rare. When I say secret rares, yellow has multiple secret rares. So you're talking about Bergamo, you're talking about Power Super Saiyan, you're talking about Piccolo secret rare, the Bardock secret rare, you're talking about whatever yellow card your heart desires. You add it to your slug, your whatever yellow card your heart desires, you add it to your card. Now, if someone tells me that's not the most broken effect ever, you're a straight snap. You tap one yellow energy to play a card and replace okay. I'm gonna leave it at that. The unawakened side. If it's your turn, when you play a yellow battle card from your drop or a Z battle area, draw one card. So that's one card you already draw. This is gonna be very similar to Trunks, and so that's why I tell you guys this thing is right in my back pocket. When this card attacks, draw one card, tap one yellow energy, play one card. That's broken in my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but I straight snap. That's why I told you guys the deck is really, really good. I understand you have the pen, you have the Gohan, but if you look at the deck as a whole, it's throw filler cards in there. But the thing about those filler cards, it's bad when you look at it in a sense where your leader is just 15k, bro. I don't know how to explain. Like the new set spoiled me. Like the only reason I can handle that with Trunks because the Trunks battle cards, in my opinion, is not fair. You having a barrier blocker that guarantees you draw 2, it doesn't matter what response you have, it's snapped. But Piccolo having not all its battle cards, nor a Z leader, that's just the pause button I need to just wait for it to be good. We can talk about the Yellow Goku too. We can talk about the Yellow Goku because a lot of people give me flack for Yellow Goku, and I'm not trying to sound mean for this Yellow Goku. It's a fine card. Like it's a fine deck, but it feels like the I don't even want to read it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, because the thing is, it's not I'm not trying to be lazy. I did this at the airport with Drew Hawks. I get excited when I seen that champ pack. I drafted. It was a good solid minute. I was talking about it, and I looked at it. I'm like, bro, I just built U7 when I have Sin available. That's literally what it felt like. I'm like, it's a good deck. It really is. But why would I play U7 when Sin's available? That's how I look at the deck. I'm looking like, bro, I'm trying to do an explosive Son Goku to pop something. I can evolve for 1 energy. Yes, it costs 1 energy. It doesn't matter. Draw 2 cards. Swing at whatever I want and pop something ignoring barrier, which the explosive Son Goku doesn't do. I looked at that deck up and down. Trust me, guys. I'm not saying it just to be biased. Trunks is infinite times better. Now, if Trunks got hit, yes, I'll say to you, if you really love Trunks, go ahead and play it. But the fact that Trunks is around, bro, like it just does it so much more proficiently, like, a lot more proficiently. What do you think of Tapku? Which one's the Tapku? Oh, you're talking about this that? Okay, I just answered your question. My bad. You're probably talking about this yellow, the Goku I'm talking about, the reboot. Like the way I think of it is, it's a U7 deck when Sin's at full power. Like you're trying to play U7 when Sin's at full power. The deck is so good. U7 is still, bro. I can see U7 going to an event and dominating up into a top cut. I can see that. I'm not even trolling you guys because red is just that powerful. But at the same time, why are you making it harder for yourself? Because if you're good enough to go to an event and dominate with U7, you're probably gonna do the same thing with Sin Shenron. It's just facts, bro. That's just how it is. Reset button is too clutch. Black is so close to being great. Black is close to being. Black needs defensive tools to hang out with these new cards. Because the thing about Black, right? It's not bad right now. And the reason why I was looking at Black very closely is because when they first announced Zenkai, the best way I can describe the format that we technically were in Zenkai was when launch was around. So I looked at it. I'm like, what did the launcher really struggling? And it was Dark Broly. The reason being is because you can have a Zenkai format where you're forced to combo, and if you don't get to 30k, you're comboing for absolutely no reason. Because literally, you're comboing 5 and still taking a life. So you just hella neg. But the thing is, I think I don't think I know all the black battle cards you're paying energy for. Where red, you're paying energy for, but it's broken effects. Like there's no black broken effect. Like what do I do? I think what's the best card in the game right now for black? A Thorian, a tap one, and it's just you're going in, bro. Like number one, that Thorian doesn't have deflect, bro. Like you tap 2 for rush attack, it has deflect. You tap 2 for a defender of life, it has deflect, and it's doing multiple other things. Not only does it have deflect, it's gonna get barrier, bro, because you know for a fact they're playing it because they have the same access to a sand in their drop. Like it's don't, like I said, don't get upset when I say these things are playable. I speak in terms of looking at it as a whole. When I say green is trash, I told you guys straight up. I think Gold Tanks is a solid deck. But if you look at the meta, bro, where you're going to be going against a red deck, which is going to just completely have super anti-meta tools, or a yellow deck, that's I wouldn't waste my time doing it. You see what I'm saying? Queen attack Bardock is nice. If you're talking about a yellow Bardock true, the only thing I think is missing is I'm spoiled. I gotta keep telling you. I refer to everything to Trunks. Trunks is the pinnacle of what yellow should be with the barrier. The only card in Trunks that's not barrier is Vegeta. But Vegeta, if you don't answer on its play, it gets the value back. It gets the value back even if you do answer on the play. It drew 2 cards, bro. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like I drew 2 cards and you lost one. Like I guess I traded 1 energy. So I tapped 1, drew 2 to make you lose 1. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the value that I look at when I compare Trunks to the reboot Goku Star Deck Leader, the yellow one to Piccolo. Now, Piccolo is really close because Piccolo draws a crap ton. But once again, it's either they're going to have to finish making an entire deck, and if you're a real Piccolo fan, you read that card, you know for a fact there's more cards coming out because it says mono yellow. I'm like, bro, all these like, why you have to specify? Or you just give me a Z leader. You don't have to finish a deck. Just give me a Z leader in this expansion pack, and then I don't care if the stuff comes out way later. That's fine. I'll adjust then. I'll throw slug in that bad boy and protect it. That'll be my filler package because I can literally search it. Like, bro, that deck is snap. It's literally just missing 1 card. It's either you give me the rest of the set or you give me a Z leader, and we're good to go. Yeah. No, the bar I shoot space, I tested it proficiently. Like, trust me, it's worth it. Don't play repulse. Play the other guy, but don't use ability because you're negating while drawing a card. You see what I'm saying? And like your opponent, it's really hard for your opponent to answer that. And not only that, that's how I found out about the other card that I was trying to tell you. That's why I wanted to go build his deck himself with the Trunks Deluge. You all your 10Ks in that deck are really 20Ks. So don't ever assume it's your 20K first because it's a red heavy format. Well, just don't play that deck right now. I'm not going to because that deck has no barrier. If that deck had, if one of those 1-drops just said draw a card, even if it said don't draw a card, if one of those 1-drops just said play me, don't draw a card, I would even tap 2. I don't care if it was a 2-drop, bro. If it says 2-drop, you would probably have to flex. I'm not gonna deal with a 2-drop with no deflect. It could be a 2-drop with deflect. If it said your Bardock Shrew gains barrier, that deck would be absolutely insane. I'm gonna tell you exactly why I don't play it right now. Playing against Gogeta, I was playing against Juha. I was like, okay, bro, Juha, Gogeta is the best deck. Threw it together, gave it to him. He didn't know what he was doing with the deck, bro. Playing the deck, have a massive board. He's like 100% done. Like no counter roll is gonna save his life. This man board wipes when Gogeta, bro. Not the 8 drop, not the top 4 8 drop. It's on the top 3 one because nothing has barrier. I'm like, bro, you gotta be kidding me. It's bad, man. Like, it's bad. You need protection in this format because if you don't have protection and you're not like cheating cards in, you're not doing something cheeky that's taxing your opponent, you're just gonna lose. Like, Trunks has barrier in terms of yellow. Trunks has barrier, so you're realistically speaking, you could just never play Vegeta until you play all your Trunks and just play Vegeta's one by one at the very end. I did that to a certain extent too, because I'm like, okay, cool. It is what it is. I just have a barrier. 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 You're not doing anything. And with the TP, I can just swing with it. You're gonna have to give me 5K. Cool. You're gonna swing at me, probably combo one, and now you're forced to swing my leader because I'm gonna combo the TP. Or I could just negate, because that TP also negates. I can negate the first one. I could combo off the second one after you combo your 5K to restand the Trunks, and now all your other attacks are directed straight to my leader. That's why I'm telling you guys, like, in my opinion, if you're trying to be really competitive, you can play whatever deck you want, honestly. But if you want the best bang for your buck competitively for a color, it's 100%. It's hands down Trunks, like hands down. Even with that champ pack card, it's hands down Trunks, broski, like hands down. Let's see. I've been testing with about 25. Yeah, Bardock Shoe. That's where we're at. My bad. Don't be scared to just play all Bardock Shoe. Forget all of the staple yellow cards. Trust me. Like, you don't need repose. You don't. Trust me. It's gonna sound crazy until you play the deck, but then you're gonna see how powerful it is up until the point where it's like, damn, this deck is so. It's a great. It's just missing one thing. It's barrier. That's all it's missing is just a way to give everything barrier, because those one drops that are 10Ks, they're not 10Ks, they're 20Ks because there's a foster dealer power which is 100% searchable, and it has the best synergy out of all of the other leaders because it's literally okay, cool. You combo it off, it goes to your Z, it goes to your Z energy. You can reuse, like, oh my goodness, it just keeps playing and playing and playing. Searchable through your one drop Bardock that you play, you look at the top cards. Searchable through your actual foster that you discard and look at the top ones. The Unison you play in that deck is not the Gina. It should be the Vegeta. The Vegeta Unison of Fury. The Vegeta Unison of Fury, perfect synergy. The deck is actually, I'm telling you, I'm not trolling when I say this. The deck is just missing barrier. You use your neg one, or excuse me, it's not your neg one. You use your activate main to rest an ape. The rape restands himself, bro. I'm like, what in the world just happened? Yes, that's how powerful that synergy is with that deck. You rest your ape for your Vegeta's activate main, and your ape says, I got you, fam, and literally restands. I'm like, bro, what? It's snap. But at the end of the day, if you get floodgated, what are you gonna do when you get your board wiped next turn? It's snag, broski. Like, it's not worth it. Yeah, but that's only for the one drops. You see what I'm saying? Oxing, we need an oxing for the Bardock's true entirety, not just one drops. Because those apes are 3 drops, they're not 1 drops. The 1 drops you don't really care about because it's like, once you swim with them offensively, you don't care about them defensively because they're gonna die because it's just they are what they are. You swim with them, your opponent's gonna say no negates, and you're gonna combo the foster. I'm like, yo, what the hell? This guy was a 10K, but now it's a 20K. So now you the mana super combo. You see what I'm saying? That's how you gotta keep it going. Like, if the one drops were the one, if the apes are one drops, I wouldn't agree with you. But like, you need something that protects the other ones, bro. Let's see. Where did we leave? Don't worry about mailing your super combos and send. Yep. I've been testing pretty with 25 Bardock Street. Just max out Martian Bardock Street. The biggest thing with Bardock Street I found out when I was testing it, you don't want to try to play yellow dot good cards in that deck in order to sacrifice the Bardock Street. If you can't awaken turn 2, you're 100% gonna lose that in that deck, bro. That deck is best fitted to just play Bardock. It's the Bardock Street cards. I'm telling you guys, there are perfectly designed because it's not broken, but it's not like too overly like balanced. It's the perfect design for it. Where it's right there, but it has absolutely zero protection. Now you're gonna say, Eddie, Sin has zero protection too. Yes, you're right, but you're forgetting it has zero protection, but you have to do it in a way where you're not attacking. Because like literally, if you swing, all of that stuff is gonna be a chain reaction. If they swing at you, it's a chain reaction. Bardock, all it does is, okay, cool, rest one, KO one and rest. That's it. It's so passive, bro. Like in this format day and age, you can't play so passive like that, in my opinion, without protection. Trunks, because the reason why I say that because Trunks plays passive, but it has protection, bro. If I have a battle card, the only thing that you can board wipe without like tax without me taxing you, like for the Kelkin or something, it's probably just my Vegeta, which I don't care. I paid one at Drew too, bro. Like it is what it is. It served its purpose. Um, I've been testing on 20. Yep, that's solid. By the way, Trunks with new future Gohan is cool. I think you're talking about the one that came out today. Yeah, I'll look into that one. I feel like you can't awaken with two. Yep, yep, yep. You have to play. Just go in on your bar streak. Trust me, it's not gonna hurt you. The what's gonna hurt you is the fact that they don't have fair. And you're like, yo, Eddie was right. I'm not gonna play this deck because it's good. It's really it's borderline broken. If it had barrier, it'd be borderline broken. I feel like Repulse is neat because of the rush decks. Yep, yes and no. The way the way these decks are right now, specifically Trunks or and I think Goku too, the reboot Goku, because I know it awakens. It goes down to 6. Let me double check it. It goes down to 6. Yeah, it goes down to 6. I think Piccolo's the same way too. I believe Piccolo should go down to 6. Yeah. So I'm gonna give you guys free chicken. This is also in my video tomorrow, right? All the other decks like that, you just have one surmounting, one SSB surmounting Vegeta, and you should have access to max it out, bro. Listen to me. You're gonna say I'm crazy, but max out your 4 freezes armor reinforcements because you have the potential to awaken when you want to awaken, right? So the way to stop your opponent from stalling you, because for the longest time I've been using my Vegeta Super. I might actually play Krillin now. The longest time I've been doing it because against Trunks, bro, the biggest problem was they can just say, okay, cool. They can lock you out of your own plays because yes, you're drawing all these cards, but your super combos are never alive. That's the one reason why I never played Krillin to begin with. But now it's a completely different ballgame. This is just like I told you, this is gonna be on the deck profile tomorrow. I'll just give you a snippet. Now when you go to 6, all you have to do is really when you attack, pop, cool. You swung, you comboed one, so now you go here, and you do this. You say, you know what? Let me open up my Z deck. You play this guy. You play this guy, you're at 5 life. You're at 5 life, they swing at you, and you're yellow, you just do this, and then your Krillins are alive. Where is it? Army reinforcements. You do this, and now your Krillin super combos are alive. The 2-card combo, bro. That's the simplest way to do. And you guys are welcome for that one. That's a free nugget. All right, for Gogeta, you still play the Unison even though it's not searchable. No, bro. You guys, man, I don't like Unison. It's not a Unison format. We're not a Unison. Like we're not in. What is it called? What was that Unison? Was it? What was it called? Is it called Unison format? It's not called Unison format. Unison Warrior. We're not a Unison Warrior anymore. It's not a Unison format. Unison should be coming out of the sideboard, especially when Sin is running around. Unison 100% should be coming out of the sideboard. Unison should be coming out of the sideboard when you see people want to like be ballsy and like play blue or play like some kind of like anti meta deck, like super anti meta. Like even me for Trunks against Trunks, yeah, go ahead and take out the sideboard. But in a red mirror match, bro, you don't want to just have your Unison main. I'm gonna show you another thing I tell you in the deck profile. You don't want to have this is my deck, right? You don't want to click. Well, before you do that, you have to sideboard, and then click. You roll, and oh snap! I lost the die roll because what happens when you lose die roll? I'm telling you right now. You have 4 copies of your Unison, your 3 to 4 copies of your Yamcha counterplays, as well as your new ruler. Someone is going to say you played 3 Yamchas, 4 of the Unisons, and 1 new ruler. All of those things are straight dead because there's no timing point which you ever tap 2 going second to play a Unison. So you know what you do with 8 cards in your hand? Number 1, 4 not even comboable. That's 4. You just put 4 direct energy that you can't do anything with except for literally energy in your deck. You see what I'm saying? Like it's not worth it. And these red decks nowadays, you're playing the Beer Super Comp. You're not even playing Radix anymore because people can sell you out of your awakening at 4. So it's like you're stuck with these non-combable cards that are straight to energy. It's like, well, why would you do that to yourself? Now, coming out of the sideboard, that's 100% agreeable because even if you're going against, let's say you're going against blue, let's say you're going against, in my opinion, the best blue deck in the format is the reboot set. It's not even set 1 Goku. It's just the reboot Goku. It wasn't a set 1 Goku. Was it set 1 Goku? Actually, it is set 1. It was a promo and a set 1. Yeah, it is. It's a reboot set 1 Goku. That one is the best one because if you're going against that, okay, regardless if it goes second or first, it doesn't matter. We do Zyro. You know why? Because that Unison is gonna put in work point blank. Period. That's just how it is. Now, even if you're doing the Dyro or going against Red, are you really gonna give up your advantage? This is why I try to tell you guys with the U7. This is a lot of people do this just willy nilly because they heard it one time. you baby hash yourself a lot of the times. As an aggressive deck, once you slam your unison, you're telling your opponent the absolute best thing they can do is swing with the unison and then play a new ruler for free and swing with that. If they don't have a new ruler, you just baby hash yourself, bro. Like, I'm being dead serious. Like in U7, on your turn 3, if you just willy nilly, well, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I see on the YouTube videos. Turn 3, cool. I played baby. I absorb one. I don't absorb one. I don't care. I'm 20. Swing 20. Boom. Oh, cool. 20. Pass turn. Why? Like, you just baby hash yourself in an aggressive deck. You literally, it makes no sense. And you went first. It makes no sense at all. That's what you do when you play unisons. Or that's what you do when you main deck the unisons. Unisons are good. I did not say don't play them. Do not main board them. Let me get it out there. Do not main board them. Have them in your sideboard at 4 with the crown at 4. Have all of that in your sideboard. Do not main board unison. This is not a best of 3 format. This is a best of 1 format, which you sideboard before you win the die roll. And even regardless of you going first, they're not going to play it in the mirror match. You could ask any of the players there. They all had unisons, and I guarantee you they all took them out. It is what it is. And you don't want to be in a format where in best of 3, you're in top cut and you're playing with a unison and you're lower seed. It's like, bro, you're literally playing with 4 bricks. It's bad. Oh man, I gotta call my grandma. It's her birthday. 1 second, guys. It's midnight. Let me be the first person to call her. Yeah, put your questions, comments, and concerns. Let me just call her really quick. See if she's awake. Janemba anti-mill. There was a guy up there in Kansas City. He actually had Janemba. He was talking me through it, and he told me that hey, he actually succeeds versus Sin. Am I sleeping? All right, my bad, guys. 1 second. We have with all the decks that draw heavy. Yeah, Janemba wouldn't be bad. Janemba cannot keep up with Mono Red Sin. Yeah, you get hit with crit. It's like going against Red Bro. That's the best way to put it. A smart Janemba, like I saw telling Juha too yesterday. If I'm playing Sin and I know you're playing something like the Solly, I would. Bon Fett, boss. Happy birthday. 1 second. Uh, yes, boss. It's 12:01, boss. Okay. My little Kodeme, boss. The kids are sleeping. I'll call you tomorrow. The kids are sleeping, boss. Oh, my father Kodeme. I'm busy, boss. Yeah. The computer. The computer. Yeah. No. All right. I'll call you tomorrow, boss. Okay, boss. My bad. Yeah, I have to call. I always call my grandma on her birthday at midnight. Be the first person I call her. Like, does it mess up your entire stretch if you don't up with it? Don't up with what? For Gogeta, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Guys are forgetting that Gogeta has a rival in their deck. People completely forget about that part. The Gogeta deck can be played as is. As a matter of fact, I can guarantee to you, Gogeta is gonna get support. He's gonna get more Gokus and get more Vegetas. This is gonna be absolutely insane. The Gogeta unison is a very powerful unison. Once again, just don't have it in your main board. Have it coming out of your sideboard. Yeah, Trey hit it. Trey hit it on the head. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like imagine Janema's a great deck, but imagine playing against Red Broly, bro. Like everything is crit. Like you, because the way Janema works, you want to take all your life. You're gonna go down to 4, maybe 3, and just defend, right? But how can you take all your life? Everything is crit. Your hand size is gonna be small because your super combos are not replacing themselves. Your pseudo super combos are replacing themselves. So once they out combo 25, you now have to give a pseudo combo or a regular super combo plus a card. So now you're starting to lose cards. That's the whole Dark Broly effect all over again, where you're now giving up more cards to survive than you're receiving, and you're just gonna get whittled down until you lose. Frisco is gonna break the. It's already broken. Like I don't know his build. He's probably knowing Frisco, bro. Frisco's gonna give you a what's his face. He's gonna give you a Janemba build because he loves doing that with Soul Striker, or he's gonna give you a Rival Seeker build, which his builds are always solid. I have a build that's just it's autopilot itself, bro. Like it's oh my god, like it's dumb. It's really stupid. The only thing is, I have to find a way to start surviving because Gogeta I cannot. Sin I can beat. Gogeta is a problem for me, and that's saying a lot because Sin is critical, right? Gogeta is what actually gives me problems with that deck, but the deck itself is still powerful. Yeah, stay tuned for that one. That one's going on the Patreon though. Being in Dirty Birds won't stop sin. Yeah, no, being in Dirty Birds for sin. I wouldn't do that for sin. That's neg. Like a super neg. Is there any chance for green or yellow to have? Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Oh, my bad. I don't know if you just joined. Yellow, yes. Yellow, yes. Green, it's hard to say. Yeah, you'll see a green deck here and there, but it's very. It's like blue. Like you'll see it. Like blue just won. Shout out to the winner yesterday. He just won. But it's gonna be. I'll be hard pressed if San Diego. I'll put money on that San Diego blue will not win. Will you see blue in top cut? I don't know. I really don't know because red filters all that out. That's why I took the bet and I made my build the way it is. I told myself, okay, unless I face blue round one, I'm not gonna face blue because red is just gonna choo choo and just go through. You see what I'm saying? But green is rough. I mean, the colors that you 100% in my opinion will not see is black. That's it's gone, bro. Like for currently right now, black is gone. The closest you would have to be playing like probably Sin because it's not really a true black deck. It's a mill deck, right? But then you still get blown out the waters. It's black. You the worst color right now in my opinion. Then it's green. Yeah, it's green. Then it's blue, and then the top three colors are just yellow and red, in my opinion. Um, yeah, and in Rebel Common, the yellow deck. I guess I'm gonna post this up tomorrow. The only yellow deck I think it's feasible to play right now is Trunks. You can play the other ones, but you're asking for a lot. And the comparison I said earlier in the video, it's imagine right now in this day and age, you have access to Sin, right? Full power Sin, full power. But then you choose to play U7. U7 is a great deck. The same way the starter reboot Goku Ape is a great deck. The same way the Bar Screw is a great deck. But why would you give up the advantage of just playing Sin? The same way I tell you, well, why wouldn't you just play Trunks? I'm not trying to sound mean, but literally, why wouldn't you just play Trunks? Your guys are safe 24/7. They cannot touch them. If they do touch them, once again, it can't touch Slug. Slug has barrier. Trunks has barrier. If somehow you have a guy that's super big, unless he has barrier, he's going to rest. You see what I'm saying? And even if you have a guy, okay, cool, you bait out the Trunks, you have to play around Bergamo, you have to play around your post, you have to play on Freeze's armor reinforcements. That's a player on a lot of decks, a lot of cards for yellow itself. Um, yeah, I think I caught up on all the comments, questions, and concerns. So I'm gonna give just like my insight of what I think you guys should be prepared for in San Diego, and you guys hit your comments because I have to wake up. Right, I didn't sleep. Like I've been on that plane, came here to chill with my family. Haven't seen him in a minute, and I have to take my son out to his appointments. He has speech in OT tomorrow, and it's 7 hours. So that means I have to have like 5 hours sleep. I have to get them ready. So put all your questions, comments, and concerns down. I'm gonna give my insight what I see for San Diego, and I'm gonna have to get some sleep. San Diego, I believe, will be dominated. It's gonna be exact opposite of Kansas City. I think it's gonna be dominated by Gogeta. You're gonna see Sen, but I think the Gogeta players are like, okay, cool, thank God they didn't play Gogeta and San Diego because, or they didn't play Gogeta and Kansas because it's gonna give the opportunity for the San Diego players to just go there and hit their opponent for the first time. Sin is a very scary deck. Shout out to I'm gonna get his name right now because he gave me his deck profile. This is one I think about a lot of things, but I can't take credit on this one because this is something I did not think of, which is I think of a lot. And I'm telling you, I did not think of this one. Shout out to Jonathan Lanza. He worked with Legends on this one for that Red Blue Sin. After seeing that Red Blue Sin, I think I wouldn't be surprised if Robbie or someone literally turned that thing into a tricolor deck where it's red, blue, and yellow, and it's gonna be super annoying because if no, I know for a fact if I'm playing with Trunks, it's gonna be super problematic. I'm gonna tell you why. With Sin specifically now, because when I'm playing, I have no idea what the hell no idea what you're playing. If I was playing that guy, and I told him straight up, if I played him in Swiss, I would 100% would have lost unless I knew what he was playing beforehand. Because if I don't know what he's playing beforehand, I have tools to beat it, but I would not put Quetzalcoatl against Sin because I'm like, bro, he's playing red, yellow. But now the fact that it's only best of one, it's like imagine you're playing against Yellow Sin. You don't know if it's control before the bans, right? Before the Radas, before the bans, before the Celerata, before the bans. You don't know if it's control Sin or you don't know if it's aggro Sin. That's a problem. Like that's a super problem. So that's why I told you guys for Trunks, I'm pretty sure I retired Trunks because I do not want to deal with that whatsoever. You're playing against a Sin deck. You know what? The coin is gonna get flipped. Most of the times, it's gonna be red or it's gonna be red yellow. But at one time you get it wrong and it's blue red or it's blue red yellow, it's tricolor. It's a wrap because the coolers are gonna actually annihilate you. So right now, I'm telling you right now, Trunks is probably going to go on the back burner, and then I'm going to actually play. I'm hoping to go to San Diego. I gotta talk to her because my grandma's birthday is today, but her birthday's on the 27th, which is next Sunday. So I gotta talk her into it. I don't want to say it right now because she's sleeping. I don't want her to hear it. I want her to hear from my voice first. She says yes. I'll be wonders playing Gogeta. Just to show everyone Gogeta is the best deck. I wasn't gonna go to this event either. Kansas City. It's just Juha was kind of high on his horse, saying he's gonna win. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go there just to play you and just to ruin your experience. And then the players who said Trunks wasn't gonna do anything or Yellow is dead, it was a red format. Even though it was a red format, I just had to prove the point that Yellow is the ultimate wall. Let me rephrase that. Trunks is the it's not Yellow. Trunks is the ultimate walk to the current meta right now. Okay, so that was my spiel on Sin. It's gonna get really really scary when you do not know what to sideboard in because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a build where it's tricolor, which is I'm not sure on the consistency. That's the only thing that will kill it, but that's going to be a deck that you do not want to deal with. For other red decks, I can see Pan because Pan with the Defender of Life combo is completely insane. I can see because it's the same thing. It's kind of I want to say it's a watered down version of those, but it's still the third best option you have, right? Because Pen, you're doing all of that, and it's now barrier and it's dual attack, and it gains an extra 10k, I believe. It's either 10 or 15k, so you're going in big, man. It's really really good. So I can see Pan doing one. I think shout out to my boy Tim Palacios. He loves that deck. Um, yeah, I don't. Oh! Huge, huge, huge deck. I just posted about it today. It's going to come from nowhere. You will see absolutely zero SS4. You know why you'll see absolutely zero SS4 Vegeta? Because there's a new SS4 Vegeta in town, and it's not Vegeta, it's Goku. That Goku deck is problematic. Is problematic. The only reason why I stopped playing that Goku deck is because every single time I tested it, that Goku reboot versus Gogeta, I could not solve it whatsoever. Because yes, I can probably still go there and talk. I would have to be the better player. But I don't look at things like that. I always say if Eddie version A is playing the reboot Goku and Eddie version B is playing Gogeta, this Eddie version B is just gonna keep. I'm not gonna do that to myself. Like it's super super rough. Like super rough. So, all right, we have the questions. How is your trunk? It's free. It's free, man. Like it's. I lost one up there, but like the loss was. It's not on the deck. So that's user error. I don't know what I did. Somewhere along the line, I just wasn't paying attention or keeping count of anything because I got into a point where literally I told him I said I'm gonna pass and force the Vegeta. That's exactly what happens. This is something I do a lot of time. I do it to Juha. That's how I know how to play against Sin. He plays. I think Juha is honestly the best Sin player currently, and I play against him. I'm like I get into a point where you 100% you force them. The only thing they can do in that turn is really Vegeta you. But then when I get back to my turn, I'm like, when I look through my deck in the very first beginning, Trunks is a very complex deck, right? I'm pretty sure I just didn't pay attention. I grabbed the Vegeta without seeing where my super combos were because I was digging in my deck that entire time just to find just one super combo so I could go for a game. Because the fact that he only used one super combo and the only one I used my secret, I said I just need to do one so I can hand dump. I had the double strike and everything trying to go for a game, but I could not find one, and I didn't want to take that risk. When I passed, I got absolutely annihilated. So it's another thing you'll see on the deck profile itself. It's Trunks is very analytical. Once you go and then you look at your life, you know exactly what you can take. If my secret is, I'll say right now, straight up, another tad bit from my deck profile. If my secret is in my deck, honestly speaking, I'll tap out turn one. You can double strike, but I don't care, bro. Nothing in my life, unless both mirrors are in my life. If one mirror is in my life, that's fine. Both mirrors in my life, nah, we got to keep that mirror. But if my secret is in my deck, and at least one mirror is in my deck, I could care less if both coolers are in my set in my life. You can double strike it for crit. I don't care. You're not gonna be able to beat me. That's just how the deck is gonna boil down to. So yeah, against Sin, it's gonna be super easy. Like you can ask the opponent I played too. I was playing him. He thought he was dead. I literally was not paying attention. I'm like, bro, where are my super combos? digging, digging, digging. Didn't get it, and I didn't feel comfortable going all in. So I'm like, there's no way I can go all in right now. Because if I did it, you'd have put him on the 2. He could have Z awakened, had a free block. I'm not sure if he had a free block or not, but that's the chance you don't take in tournament. You do that during testing, but you never assume your opponent doesn't have anything. So, okay, cool. You have to be able to play around this. And I didn't have the pieces without a super combo to play around X. So yeah, I think against both Gogeta and both Sin, it's Trunks will 100% annihilate them. You're not a fan of Gogeta Unison in Gogeta. I'm not a fan of Gogeta Unison being main worded, period, in this format. Period. I don't care what the circumstance is, like, period. Because if you're playing Gogeta and you get, if you're playing the Gogeta Unison and you're going against Sin, you're never, you can win the Dyro, you're not going to play it in a mirror match. You see what I'm saying? That's a very popular deck. Like, if you went past this weekend and you played that thing, you could have won every single Dyro, and every single time that Gogeta Unison that you left in your deck was in your energy because you never wanted to play it. Because as soon as you played it, you literally just said, okay, cool, I'm going to give you the advantage to go past me. Let's see. Yep. Having the side period, like having the sideboard period, because in best of 1 priest, I don't know who's going first, and if it's best of 3, the reason why I say it's even better in top cut because you don't want to have it in your sideboard as best of 3, and then even if you're the higher seed, you're going against another red deck because you know they're gonna blow it out. Like it's not gonna be on board whatsoever. It's gonna get blown out. Trust me, I wouldn't lie to you, man. I wouldn't lie to you. Yeah, I saw as soon as red yellow sin, I thought red yellow. Yeah. That tricolor, bro. Cause as soon as I saw it, I'm like, bro, I'm like, that's something I did not think about. And I thought about it, I'm like, Juha, bro. Now we know this. We just try tricolor, but I just don't know how consistent it would be. Because I'm pretty sure to play tricolor, you would have to cut out your 15Ks, at least a critical one. Because the critical one you have to give up, the other one at least draws you a card, so it can keep consistency kind of in check. But a critical one you have to give up because you don't want to keep just boosting numbers in your deck. That's gonna be super inconsistent. Yeah, our meta's pretty slow right now. I might have to go with it for locals. All right, so I cut up on all the questions, comments, and concerns. I'll try to come back again. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm way too busy. Probably in today's what, Monday. I'm so lost. Today's Tuesday. I'll probably try to come back on Thursday, and do one so I could actually post it for Friday morning before the event itself. So yeah, man. You guys, thank you for coming out. Stay safe, and like always, we will be back and use these free advice, man. It's free advice. If you guys ever have any questions, comments, concerns, put it on one of my posts if you're not able to make it, and I'll always be able to just go back and look at it and answer it in here so I can hear it the next day. With that being said, man, you guys stay safe and have a great night.